So for those of you who have been sitting on the edge of your seat, waiting for us to generate the rest of the days of the week, that is what we are going to do now. We are going to use a wonderful feature called a fill handle. And if you click on Sunday and you look in the lower right corner, you will see a little square, and that is a fill handle. And that fill handle can be used to copy text. It can be used to generate a sequence. In this case, the sequence is going to be days of the week, but it can also recognize number sequences. So before we fill that in, I'll show you down here. So I've got a little sequence, and I can actually highlight that and position over the fill and drag it out, and it will continue the sequence. Okay, I can type in a word like cat, click on the word, and it'll copy that word all the way across. So it's actually a really cool feature. Now you don't need to do this. I'm going to go ahead and delete all that. What we're going to be using it for is to generate the days. So we're going to position right over that fill handle. We're going to drag it across, and as we're dragging, you're going to see a little tooltip telling you what day it is generating. So that can be used for the days of the week. You can also use it for months, and many spreadsheets have January, February, March, all the way through December. All you have to do is key in January, and you can use that fill handle to generate all of the other months. And I am not all that fond of doing extra typing. So for me, this is the most awesome command ever because I don't have to do a lot of typing. It generates everything for me. So once we've got the days of the week in, we at this point, we have all of our column and our row headings, so we can actually start entering numbers into this spreadsheet because we know where to put them. And you have to have those headings in order to know what you're entering. And the numbers that we are going to enter are just single-digit numbers, and we're going to be entering everything except for the totals, the total hours, pay rate, gross pay, and the total at the bottom. And we could start on Sunday, and I'll do this first column and show you. And I'm just using the numeric keypad here. Okay, so I enter my first column, just typing the numbers, pressing the enter key on that keypad. But you can see when I get to the bottom, the problem is now I got to click up at the top of the next column and then continue. There is a little shortcut here that eliminates having to take your hand off of the keyboard and clicking in the next column. And what that little shortcut is you start here in the upper left corner, and your mouse, you'll notice, is a kind of a thick white block plus sign. And we're going to, with that block plus sign, we're in the middle of the cell, we're going to left drag down, and I'm keeping my finger on the left button, and I'm going across. And as long as your finger is on the left button, you know, if you don't get it quite perfect, you can fix this selected range of cells. Okay, and once you've got the correct range, you can release the left button and you can start typing in the numbers. And the cool thing about this is once you hit the bottom and you press enter, it automatically goes to the top of the next column. So it does save you time. So the key here is you're going to start in the upper left corner, left drag down, and go across. And you're just going to keep your finger on that left button until you have the correct range highlighted, and then you can release the button. And if you make a mistake, you should wait until you're all done typing, and then you can fix it by rekeying. These are just single-digit numbers, so rekeying these is not going to be difficult or time consuming. And all I'm doing is using the numeric keypad. That whole column is 8s. And numbers are right aligned. You may be noticing that. Whereas text is left aligned. And alignment can easily be changed. Very similar to how we changed alignment in word processing, you can change alignment in spreadsheets. It's just that the alignment that you change is only affecting a single cell. Okay, so at this point, I've entered all of my numbers. I think I've done them correct. Once I do the totals, I typically will double check the totals against values in the book, and that will tell me if I messed up on a number or not. Okay, but I think I did these correctly. And at this point, we are going to save our changes. We have all of the text that we need. We have all of the numbers that we need. And all we have left is our calculations, which is what we are going to enter next.